He said that he is my damn mans, but he switched on me like a transformer. Yeah, he changed. Nigga, you gon' get your ass changed. Don't get your ass with hate. Had to run my damn bands up. Mama couldn't tell me anything. I was a mess. Let her down.
What's going on, people? It's your man OG. We back here with a badge stack video. Ain't never been done before on YouTube. There's different types for different types of builds, different types of combos. This game went deep. It went deep. There's no full description on what really works the best for builds until a person goes out there and then he has trustable knowledge to where he can be like, yo, this badge works here on this build, and it's true. It's the real deal. They ain't lying. It's not just their skill and they know how to do it and it only works for them. It's a build they can recommend. So we're going to talk about what badges stack with what badges. When you're using a badge, what badges all can work out together, okay? Acrobat. Let's start off there first. Consistent Finisher. Now, how does Acrobat and Consistent Finisher just play out? You see, those are my two main badges. If I do a hop step, Acrobat already activates. Once I'm doing a Euro, a gather, a spin, a hop step, anything. Let's say the defender is behind me. He's behind me, and I see that he's kind of close. He looks like he's the defender. He looked like he can come and just block it. I'm going to release it early so Consistent Finisher can activate. So those two badges stack together and combine, making my layup stronger, okay? Some of y'all don't even understand that. Some of y'all really just like can sit here and be like, damn, I didn't even. That's the skill. That's real. That's just basketball shit. Let's say if Chris Paul is driving, right, and Embiid is coming behind him, and he knows that in his mind, he knows he's long. You have to, when there's anybody that hoops, you just know you have to try to release it a little bit higher, a little bit earlier than you want it to. Any real life player is going to try to get as close as he can to the hoop before he finishes a layup. He's going to try to get close to that backboard, the edge of that backboard, depending on his skill level. So in the game, if somebody's trailing behind you, the computer system is going to pick up, okay, he's in the radius, he has chase down artists, and if you hold it too long, you're going to get your shit blocked. Then you wonder, yo, this is fake, I was wide open. No, nigga, the game has shit that's going again. You got to know when to utilize certain shit. Look at all these badges. You think the game is not complex? Just because 2K is ass to you, you think the game's not complex? It's still a basketball game. It still has hella mechanics in this game. It's crazy. So releasing that shit early, depending on how high you have Consistent Finisher, bronze is good. Bronze is good. As long as you have a high shot close, bronze is good. But imagine if you have it on Hall of Fame. You can make fake shit. And I wouldn't even call it fake shit. It's just the badge. It all depends on who's guarding you, how you utilize it, how y'all going against each other. It's like tug of war. How hard you pulling? How hard you're going against him? How creative on a move are you doing against him? Damn, that's basketball. Like, what the hell? That niggas just think you shooting just shit just supposed to work for you. Shit, I'm wide open. It's supposed to be green. Y'all niggas, y'all probably the type that just be shooting from the back of y'all shoulder. Back down Punisher. Let's get back serious. What stacks with back down Punisher? Relentless Finisher. Relentless Finisher. Dunk it. Y'all know that, Shaq. Easy. Come on. Deep hooks. Drop stepper. Let's say you use your back down Punisher, then you drop step at the right time. Drop stepping does take skill. If you're actually nice and you know how to drop step at the right time when he bites on the rock, look, you go crazy. Pro touch. Giant Slayer. Teardropper. Now let me teach y'all something about teardroppers. Big men don't do this. Let's say if you have good high shot close, you have a good finishing. When you go up, right? Let's say if you pump fake, you press square and you're in the paint, right? And let's say if you're a little bit far, you're not that far away from the rim, but you got a good amount of space. Pull back on the left stick and hold square. If you're a slasher, pull back on the left stick and hold square, and you'll do a teardropper. You can do up and unders with it, and you can do certain little teardroppers. It's lethal. People don't do it because it's just like they don't do it. It's hella shit in the game people don't do. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna keep moving on. Consistent Finisher. What stacks with consistent finisher? Contact finisher, Acrobat, Giant Slayer, Pro Touch, Relentless Finisher, Teardropper, Fancy Footwork, Pick and Roller, Slithery Finisher. They all stack. So meaning like you can use all these badges together and they will all stack together. You guys understand that? How would Pick and Roll stack with Contact Finisher and Slithery Finisher, OG? I set a pick real quick. I roll off. Hop step. Dunk. He passes me the ball. Hop step. Dunk. Contact finisher. Y'all just don't never have those plays happen for y'all because y'all don't understand basketball like that to do something like that. You don't know how to cut right. You don't know how to get on the right side of the court in 2K. You don't know when to time square perfectly or when you got the gap, when you don't. You don't be realizing that stuff. You don't have the awareness. You need to gain the awareness, the court awareness. Some of y'all just be random. Y'all get the ball and it's just like, yeah, chicken with your head cut off. That type. Y'all be on that type of time. Let's move on to the next one. Contact finisher. Consistent finisher. Acrobat. Fancy. Relentless. Back down punisher. Putback boss. Fast break finisher. Pick and roller. Lob City. Showtime. Now let me key in on two badges right here. A high stronging stack. Okay, a high good stack. There we go. A good stack. Fast break finisher and Showtime is crazy. If you're really a slasher and you are the type that plays at the half court line, this is how I always tell kind of slashers to play. Play at that half court line. Especially if you run fast break finisher Hall of Fame or you got on gold or you just got it on a good level to where you can get your takeover fast. Let's say you got lock takeover, or even if you got slasher takeover, but you're just a slasher that can play defense. A big slasher. Big slashers need to run that. The big slashers be trying to run just like, when you play in the threes, you want to run badges like fast break finisher. If you're a big slasher and you just there for defense, that's a badge you want high on Hall of Fame. If you don't care about doing hop steps and euros, and you can just run consistent finisher, you don't even need Acrobat. You can run consistent finisher. Look, let's say you take Acrobat away. Consistent finisher still works. Contact finisher still works. Slithery still works. So we had a cutoff. We're going to get back into consistent finisher and what stacks with consistent finisher, okay? Remember what it's used for, okay? Releasing the ball earlier so defenders don't have a chance to block you. We're going to keep it simple on that, not put too much else behind it so y'all don't get confused. Contact finisher, consistent finisher, Acrobat, Fancy, Relentless, back down punisher, putback boss, fast break finisher, pick and roller, Lob City, Showtime. Those badges stack together. You can find a way to stack those badges together. Depending on your play style, you have to utilize these badges. Contact finisher, you already understand that. That's for contact finishes. But there is different ways to finish with contact finisher. Either coming on the baseline, learning when to hit that gap at the perfect time, learning who is actually in the paint, learning if your mathematics system, let's say if you have a B+, A-, you already got points. Okay, you know you can take a contact dunk right here because you're already going crazy. Learn the game. Cross key score is for those little shots close at the rim. When you're coming across, those little teardroppers, it looks like difficult shots, but you barely animation a lot because sometimes the centers in the paint, they're bigger, stronger than you, so they push you, give you a bump animation. You can't really get that badge to activate. So I would say it's kind of for like bigger players like 6'8", kind of guards too as well. But you just gotta go, you gotta prioritize your game style for that type of shot. Really, like, but I still feel like it's a good badge. If I had extra points, I would test it out and throw it there and play around with it. Not with this badge setup. This is the best badge setup right here for this build. Can't change it, can't touch it. Need it to stay. Deep hooks, Pro Touch, consistent finisher, Giant Slayer, Drop Stepper, back down punisher, Teardropper. Now let me teach y'all a thing about Teardropper real quick. I'm gonna touch in on the important stuff. Y'all gotta put the work in because it all depends on your play style. I'm not giving you my play style. I'm telling you guys you have to prioritize these badges to your play style. A Teardropper, hold down on the left stick while you're in the paint. If you pump fake and hold square, and you'll do a Teardropper automatic if you have consistent finisher and Pro Touch on it. Automatic. Learn the game. Learn the game. Pump fake maestro should be in this game. If you have that badge as well, if you have 5 shooting badges, Pump Fake Maestro. If you have one shooting badge, put it on Pump Fake Maestro as a slasher. Not off ball. Pump Fake Maestro. Watch my Pump Fake Maestro video. Y'all need to go search it in right now. Type in OG on my Pump Fake Maestro if you're a slasher. If you're anybody that needs to finish in the paint more. Okay, please. Drop Stepper. Back Down Punisher. Consistent Finisher. Giant Slayer. Let's keep it moving. Fancy Footwork. Slithery Finisher. Giant Slayer. Contact Finisher. Consistent Finisher. Acrobat. Teardropper. Pro Touch. Relentless Finisher. Fancy Footwork gives you the animation. Acrobat gives you the power to finish. Gives you the ability to finish. Fancy Footwork gives you the ability to create the space. It gives you better gathers. It works really better when you do Euros. So let's say if you're a player that does Euro steps, then you want to run Fancy Footwork. If you're a player that runs hop steps, you want to run Slithery. You get how it works out? But if you're a player that just, you like to do little Euros here and cradles, and even Fancy Footwork works on hop steps. They do work on hop steps, but it works well and more well with the gathers. When you're doing the gathers, the Euro steps, that's when Fancy will come up and it will create that space, and then you'll do a crazy layup, really. You'll do explosive ass crazy layup to the rack. Fancy is great. Fast Break Finisher. Contact Finisher. Fancy, Relentless, Slithery. Now, if you're a 6'8", small forward, let's say you're on the threes, this is the best slasher badge for the threes. One of the best. Because if you're always getting outlet passes, let's say if you're a random, you're playing by yourself and you have a slasher build. I know there's many of y'all out there. Why not run this badge? That's the only time when some of y'all really score, is on a fast break dunk. Get your takeover easier with that badge. Come on now, let's think, let's think. Giant Slayer, Acrobat, Consistent Finisher, Fancy, Drop Stepper, Deep Hooks, Pro Touch, Relentless Finisher, Slithery, Teardropper. Now look, I'm going across the line. I'm going through each badge and telling you what can stack with this badge. Now Giant Slayer, I would say for like 6'10s, 6'10 centers, you know, to run Giant Slayer. Because then if you go against 7-footers, you know, then that's when Giant Slayer works. But if you're not taller than the defender, if the defender's not taller than you or bigger than you, you're wasting your time using that badge. So if you're not a player that's always, you're a shorter build and you're always going against a build taller than you, why run Giant Slayer? Why run it? Doesn't make no sense. So understand what you're using. Understand how to stack. Lob City Finisher, Pick and Roller. That's what stacks with that, and Contact Finisher. Okay? Let's finish this up. Sorry about the vents and stuff like that. I ordered a whole bunch of new stuff. It's all going to be taken care of very soon. Now, where was we at? We were on Pick and Roller. Now, what stacks with Pick and Roller? Acrobat, Relentless Finisher, Giant Slayer, Cross Key, Teardropper, Slithery Finisher, Contact Finisher, Putback Boss, Fancy Footwork, Pro Touch. Now let's touch up on Pick and Roller. Let's say if you do a tight pick and roll, he passes you the ball, hop step, you dunk, Acrobat comes in. Okay, I mean, Contact Finisher could come in. Let's say you hop step, layup off of the pick and roll, Acrobat comes in. Let's say you got to release it a little bit early. Centers do it all the time. Centers screen, then they roll off. They do it all the time. And then hop step to the paint and lay the ball up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Pro Touch, Teardrop, Consistent Finisher, Relentless, Fancy, Giant Slayer, Slithery, Deep Hook, Pick and Roller, and Cross Key. Now, I don't recommend Pro Touch too high. I mean, go if you have the badges to spare for it and you're more of a, you like doing layups more. If you prioritize the layups more, then yes, Pro Touch. And with Teardroppers, Pro Touch. If you prioritize into that game more, hop step game more, then yes, I will go with Pro Touch. Pro Touch and Consistent Finisher stack together. Regardless, they're both going to work. If you release it late, Consistent Finisher going to help you. If you release it on perfect timing or slightly late, Pro Touch is going to help you. Bang. Acrobat helps you in both of those situations because everybody hop steps. Everybody does something when they go to the paint, Euro, or they do something. Some people regular layup, you know, they do regular layups when it's needed, but you guys understand how it stacks. Ooh, I got so much. Wait till I got waits for this Space Creator and these animations. Nobody ain't. I got y'all. Don't worry. Putback Boss. What stacks with Putback? No, Teardropper. What stacks with Teardropper? No. Putback Boss. We're on Putback Boss. Okay? Yes. Go in order, OG. Go in order, OG. Relentless Finisher and Contact Finisher stacks with Putback Boss. Let's go to Relentless Finisher. Fancy Footwork, Giant Slayer, Pick and Roller, Consistent Finisher, Acrobat, Contact Finisher, Drop Stepper, Back Down Punisher, Slithery, Showtime, Pro Touch, Fast Break Finisher. You want to know why all of these stuff tie in so much with Relentless Finisher? Because Relentless Finisher is basically like tireless shooter. When you're tired, or when you've been finishing over time, it helps you just keep being relentless. You'll see players like Russell Westbrook have this. You'll see players that finish tough at the rack have that badge. Showtime, Contact Finisher, Slithery, Relentless. Now, if you have Pump Fake Maestro on, I told you, go watch Pump Fake Maestro. It should be a finishing badge. You can get automatic and ones every time with Showtime on. Automatic. That should be a finishing badge in here, so we're just going to throw that in here. If you have 5 shooting badges and you can get it gold as a slasher. Pump Fake. Do a Pump Fake so Pump Fake Maestro can activate. Go up with Showtime. When they give you that foul on you, you'll get automatic and ones. Go watch my video on it. If you have Showtime, easy takeover on that. Easy as a slasher. Easy. Slithery Finisher. Pro Touch. Oh, no, wait. We was off. What the hell? Yeah. Slithery Finisher. Slithery Finisher. Oh, I'm tripping. Slithery Finisher. Pro Touch. Fancy. Relentless Finisher. Giant Slayer. Contact Finisher. Acrobat. Teardropper. Fast Break Finisher. Y'all all know what Slithery is for. And you see how all those badges tie together. I just been saying so much badges, like putting this together is like so confusing and tricky, but all those badges tying together. The higher you have Slithery, the better your animation is. Yes, everybody uses the long athlete hop step, but if you don't have Slithery on, you'll see how different the animations is that you get. You can do way more Slithery animations than just that long stride one. People got to learn the game, man. I got more detailed videos coming, more mechanic videos showing y'all actually mechanics, but I want to get the badge part out the way. Just focus on one thing so you guys can understand the badges and how they correlate to your game style. Teardropper is the last one. Slithery Finisher, Giant Slayer, Cross Key, Fancy, Pro Touch. Now this is the last and important badge. If you're a slasher, bro, everybody stays in the paint against you as a slasher. So why not take the easy Teardropper? Why not put Consistent Finisher on and Pro Touch? When you're doing a Teardropper, Consistent Finisher, and Pro Touch activate. If you don't green it, guess what? Consistent Finisher, if you hack that on Hall of Fame, automatic. People are going to have to then play up. Then you have options to pass it to the shooter. So that's basically your jump shot slasher. Instead of you trying to take that slow ass jump shot with no quick draw. For what? Go do a teardrop off the baseline. Watch how easy they go in. Watch. If you do a Euro step, how can it work with Slithery, OG? Do a Euro. And then hold down on the controller. And press square. Okay, so you want to hold down on the left stick as if you're holding away from the rim. Press square, you're doing teardrop. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I'm wrapping this up pretty long, but I wanted to get all the badge stacks for finishing. Next, we're going to get into shooting. I'm going to try to get these badges. I'm going to try to get them done a little bit faster. I'm about to implement some clips in it so I can show y'all examples with shooting. We're going to get lit. Going to be deep. Hit the like button down. Positive vibe.